Hello, it's Rebecca here from Precious Pages Papercraft, and today I've created a layout for Natalie's 500 Subbies celebration hop. So it's become a bit of a tradition that we celebrate these milestones together, and we each pick a layout of the person we're celebrating to scrap lift. So I've chosen this gorgeous layout by Natalie. I loved the simplicity of the design and the white space. It just really called out to me. So I'm going to scrap lift this and kind of make it my own and add a few bits. I'm using Vicki Boutin Color Study collection, which I'm absolutely loving working with at the moment. When I first got it, I spent 2 weeks staring at it, wondering what I was going to do with it, because as much as I love all the colours, they were just so bright and bold. So it took me a while before I decided to cut into it, and now I just can't stop. I just keep creating with it. So I'm really enjoying it. So I've cut 2 circles, one from the bright pink paper and one from the lime green paper, and I felt that these two worked really well with my photo because it's of my son and I on holiday last year, and I had the crazy idea to dye my hair bright pink for the first lockdown, and he's got kind of lime green shorts on in the photos, so I thought that worked really well. Now Natalie's got 3 photos on her layout. I had planned to use 2, but you'll see as I go along I struggle with the placement. I just can't find a position that I'm happy with both, so I end up losing one and just going from 3 to 1. But that works quite well for me. It leaves a lot more white space on my layout, which I really love. So I've pulled out one of the other pattern papers here with all these gorgeous kind of horizontal lined sections on, or vertical lines. I can't remember which way up it goes now, but I'm going to do them vertical. Sorry, I've got a really sore throat at the moment, so you have to bear with me. I'm trying to get through this without stopping. I've torn a piece of that paper, just like Natalie has, across the middle of her layout. And I'm just trying to decide on a second piece to come across. I think Natalie's got 2 bits in her original, so I want to try and mimic that. So I've picked these 2 papers, and then I've got that smaller section there that I'd originally cut. I do try and bring that in as well, but I can't make it work, so I just stick with the 2. And as always with me, I like to distress all of my edges. I just love the texture and interest it creates on a page, so I always distress my edges. And I'm doing that to the papers, the strips that are going to go horizontally, and the 2 circles, and distressing all of that. So I'm just going to start piecing all of this together. At this point I'm actually considering doing some mixed media of some sort on the background. Now Natalie hasn't got any mixed media, but I do love my mixed media, so I thought I'd stick all these pieces together first and then have a look at it. But once I'd done that, I just really loved the clean, crisp look of Natalie's layout, and I really wanted to replicate that. So I love crisp. Sometimes I do like, don't get me wrong, I love lots and lots of mixed media and messy backgrounds and loads of inks, but other times I'm just in the mood for something clean and crisp with loads of white space, and it was one of those days today. So I decided against the mixed media. So I'm thinking about embellishing now, and Natalie's layout I think is a Christmassy layout, and she's got some snowflakes. So I went through the collection and just picked out a few bits. So I've got some of the circles that I've cut from the foiled vellum sheet. Absolutely love these, like little pie charts with loads of different colours in, and they're gorgeous. I've managed to sneak them into most of my colour study layouts, I think. So I've just tucked a few of those around my paper strips and circles. And I'm going to bring in this tag because I thought the colours worked really well with the colours for this layout. And of course a couple of those butterflies. I'm in love with these butterflies. It's the paper that's called Pretty Things, I think, and I just love them. I sat one evening and fussy cut the whole sheet out, so I've been using them on all of my colour study layouts, and I've actually got another sheet I think and another one on its way, so I won't run out of those anytime soon. But they just make the perfect embellishments, and they bring in a nice pop of black to all my layouts, so I'm really enjoying those. I've raised the top half of that tag up on foam just to create a bit of dimension, and I'm doing the same behind my photo. I do like lots of dimension on my layouts. And I'm just going to have my photo at an angle, kind of offset from that tag so that you can see the top and side of it. Now with butterflies, as always, I only ever stick the bodies down. I like to have the wings free so that they look more realistic. I mean, to me that looks like they've just landed on my layout now, and I really love that look. Obviously once it's in an album in a page protractor, they'll flatten out a bit, but I just absolutely love the look of the butterflies just looking realistic. So I've stuck those down with glossy accents to make sure they hold. And now I'm having a think about what else I want to add. Natalie's embellishment is quite minimal, which I really liked. So I wanted to kind of honour that and not go too mad with things. But I need to think about a title. So I was looking at what sort of title I could make with these stickers that was in the right colours. I didn't really want to bring any red or yellow or anything like that in. So I'm going to go with Summer Fun, because we were on holiday last summer in this photo. So I'm using the fun from the stickers in the collection, and then I'm using the word summer from these navy blue foam stickers. And navy works well because my son's t-shirt is navy in the photo. So I try my hardest to use a ruler to get these in position and lined up straight, and it would have been perfect except the U kind of sat across, it kind of straddled the two circles. So even though I had them perfectly lined up with a ruler, I still end up fiddling about with them. And these stickers, I try and fiddle as little as possible because they always lose their shape and I get really frustrated with them. So the less I can touch them and move them about, the better. And I've put my title in the same place as Natalie as well. So just pulling out a couple more bits to embellish with now. I've got an arrow and a little kind of tab there, and the arrow is pink and purple with gold, and the tab that I've put on the photo says right now. And I've also got like a little phrase banner on the left there. I've cut it in half and staggered it, and it says we are like a really small gang, which I thought was perfect because that just describes my son and I to a T. He gets really bad separation anxiety if he's not with me. He can't be in a room on his own. I can't even go upstairs without him. He has to follow me and shout out to find out where I am. So he's like my little shadow. So I thought that was quite fitting. We are a little gang, the two of us, even though my husband's here as well. But he is just my little shadow, bless him. I've got some florals here. These are from the sticker sheet. I faffed a bit with that one on the right to my photo. I really wanted the gold leaf coming out kind of at the opposite angle, so it took a while to decide how I wanted that, if at all, and got those raised on foam pads. And then I've just added a few of the little hearts there from the kind of like puffy stickers. It's got hearts and stars on it and bright colours. I love those. So I've just added a few of those in. And I'm adding some gold thread through that tag. I really love the We Are Memory Keepers gold thread. It's like metallic, but it wasn't really the right shade of gold for this because the foiled gold is so bright. I instead had to use my Gutermann thread, which is a lot more shiny. So although it looks nicer, I do find it harder to work with. It frays a lot. But I've just threaded that several times through my tag. And then I do consider adding a frame to my layout like Natalie has. I do that a lot on my layouts, and as much as I wanted to do it with this one and I thought that paper was perfect, I actually like the look of this layout without it, and just the crispness of just the white space. So I decided to kind of veer off a bit from Natalie's original and not add the frame, but I did finish off with some gold splatters. So that is my layout finished. Really loved Natalie's original. I've put a bit more on my layout than she did. I couldn't help myself, but I do love how it came out. I will pop details in the description box below for Natalie's Instagram. This is a hop to help her celebrate reaching 500 subscribers, so also in the description box you will find the links to all the other crafters taking place in today's hop, so it'd be great if you could pop along to their channels as well and see what they've created, and obviously hit that subscribe button as you go. But I will leave you with the close-ups for now because I think my voice is about to give out on me. So thank you very much for joining me, and I'll see you next time.